peasant has to say.
So many years, the road has...
There's no way that's real hair. There's no fucking way they say Trump doesn't have real hair and this motherfucker fucking has hair. This motherfucker does not have real hair.
To an end. Time to give up on World of Warcraft.
I think he took Sidhu's bald baby's hair and fucking pasted it on his head.
Many of you may have seen floating around Twitter or on Reddit or on live streams, whatever it might be, is that we are...
How do you get viewers?
Stopping our coverage of World of Warcraft as of right now. This has not been any...
They're stopping covering of World of Warcraft because some guy, the developers took a picture in the Bill Cosby suite. You are the biggest bitch to ever live. I would fucking go rent out an entire hotel and take a picture in the Bill Cosby suite just to piss bitches like you off! Fuck you!
Easy decision, as you can imagine. We have a team of people who work here now, putting stuff together for you guys to hopefully put a smile on your faces. That is all we aim to do. And
yeah, you put a smile on no one's face. Holy fuck. You can't even smile because your face is so fat. Look at your quintuple chin.
In terms of WoW, we have to kind of stop right there. So I'm going to clarify a few things. Not everything is going away. I'll explain why shortly. Let's do the reasons.
God, I hate this guy.
Get that out of the way. So first reason, obviously, is the recent allegations. That was really the straw that broke the camel's back. That is the tipping point. To find out after all we've been...
Who cares if the makers of a video game do something that you don't like as long as you like the game? Which, obviously, that's a good reason to quit if you don't like the game. But he's quitting because he's a bitch. He's not quitting because he doesn't like the game. He's quitting because he doesn't like the people who designed the game. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Through with World of Warcraft since probably the beginning of BFA. That on top of that, this environment has existed within Blizzard to the point now where they're staging a walkout. I've just been checking.
Yeah, because they're all leftist scum bitches who from California who don't want to work and get paid for free.
And updating myself on this is that the staff are doing a walkout due to Blizzard's awful, reprehensible response to an abhorrent situation that has been plaguing Blizzard for a very long time.
Well, Blizzard is mentally retarded. It's not surprising that they do everything wrong. They've been doing that since WoD Season 1 when I came back to WoW. They're just clueless and delusional because probably they're run by communists, so nothing they can do about that one.
In terms of its harassment of women, and then...
When I keep batting the sexual harassment parks out of the fucking... Fuck stadium, motherfucker!
At that point, I no longer feel comfortable promoting and advertising the game, which is essentially what happens. That is the relationship I hold with Blizzard, with having a large audience, is that we produce content, we check out...
Well, they don't have a large audience. It's just like you and Fatafor standing in a room eating Cheetos.
Content that's in development, we get to see things a little bit earlier in order to get that out to you guys as a promotional tool. That's how Blizzard sees it, and in return, we get to make fun content about a game we absolutely adore. I no longer feel comfortable doing that at all.
Don't you ever say you adore World of Warcraft and that you don't feel comfortable doing it. I hate when people don't feel comfortable. Oh, so I sniffed your hair. So I got up behind you and rubbed on you. Did that really make you feel uncomfortable? So I got out my pocket telly and scoped you out from the bathroom. Does that really make you feel uncomfortable? Shut the fuck up.
That's reason number one. It's hard to get past that for me. It really is. It's too hard. It's too big of a hill to climb. Reason number two.
Yeah, you can't climb any hills. You're not very good in shape.
Two is, at this point, I honestly have very little positive to say about World of Warcraft. It does feel like, for the last few years...
Oh, that's true. World of Warcraft's complete trash, yeah.
Blizzard has really pushed to have players like myself leave. It does feel that way. We've talked about it a number of times. A great deal of the...
You're not good enough to be called a player.
...changes and directions that Blizzard have gone in, I've been very outspoken about. And BFA in particular, and this is relevant now, is one of the expansions where I essentially had to bitch and moan throughout the entire expansion because systems...
Well, do you hear your voice when you're talking, you're bitching?
Systems like Warfronts, which are unlosable content, islands that had no variety, Azerite armor, which was just a plague on the game since it came in, with refusal to allow us to even trade it at all at one point. It didn't matter.
Shit FA was way better than Shitlands. Shitlands is the worst expansion of all time. He's talking about Shit FA right now. Shit FA was better than Shitlands, but Shit FA was awful too, but obviously, but...
That's for an item levels, you couldn't trade it whatsoever. You were locked into it because it was super special, or Blizzard believed it was super special. And that's the line that we draw, is that what Blizzard believes is not what I believe, for a long way. A further example of just how near enough every feature of the game that has come in since...
How is his mic? His mic is hanging in midair right now. How is he doing this treachery? Oh, his double chin is staring right at me. Fuck! Reflect!
BFA has been either half developed, undercooked, and missed opportunities, how I would describe it most accurately. Certainly when it comes to Shadowlands, Torghast is a missed opportunity.
Shitcast
are a missed opportunity. There is so much that could be done with each of those features that just hasn't been done.
There's nothing that could have been done with Shitcast. Shitcast should never be in the game. It's a thing that completely wastes your time, is the most boring thing of all time. People despise it and rather be in prison than do it. There's nothing that can make it better. Take it out of the game.
Far too often. Shadowlands launched with the idea that we were going to put all the systems into the game at the start so we can just tweak and modify them and make them more fun as the game goes on, instead of having to constantly reinvent the wheel. They let us down with that, and immediately in the first pack...
Yeah, you probably reinvented eating the Cheeto, you fucking bitch.
With the addition of the Shards of Domination. Take a moment to really emphasize this, because I think the Shards of Domination sockets and the armor really exemplifies just how distant my point of view is with World of Warcraft and Blizzard's vision of World of Warcraft. I have heard reports in the last week or so, directly from some contacts, that Blizzard is confused as to why the players are disgruntled with Shards of Domination, because in the eyes of some people at Blizzard, they're basically tier sets. Now let that sink in for a minute, because when I heard this first and then heard it multiple times from different people, I was honestly gobsmacked. This is before the entire revelation. I hear things a lot that I don't talk about on the channel, but to hear that...
Is this guy actually putting you to sleep? Because I'm, like, so bored.
Like 2 weeks ago, something like that, I was really shocked that anybody at Blizzard would...
How are people watching this guy's video? How?
Equate Shards of Domination with tier sets. How can you equate something that is not stylized specifically for your class? One of the most exciting things that people get about tier sets is seeing their new tier set. What's the new rogue one? What's the new paladin one? What's the new themed around my class that I love and enjoy, and my main character? What is he going to get going into that new raid? A lot of them don't even care about the bonus.
I don't care. Just make my big damn judge do 450k.
They just want to see how cool they look, and is it got the Warlock theme going to be Plagued one? Is the Rogue one going to be stealthy in some way? How's it going to equate to daggers and all that kind of stuff? But Shards of Domination don't do that at all, in any way.
I don't even know what Shards of Domination is.
Bonuses that come with tier sets are spec specific. No, they're not always enjoyable, but they usually offer some sort of gameplay.
I'm talking about PvE.
Interesting throughout the entire expansion. It might be something as simple as...
No one cares about PvE.
I'm just lost for words with the direction that this game constantly goes in. I don't recognize it anymore. I don't.
Yeah, you don't recognize yourself anymore because you're so chubby.
The idea is I should grow out of the game and go on to do other things and be tempted by the new biggest thing. But that's not what's happened. You've just run it into the frigging ground for players like me. And I say for players like me because I'm not speaking for everybody, but players like me...
Oh, he has to be careful while scratching his bald head because his hair will come off, yeah.
Endlessly frustrated and disgruntled with being treated like this. Because we enjoy your game, and we constantly end up chasing the fucking feather at the end of the stick, round in a circle, and then you just tell us...
Feather at the end of the stick? What kind of games are you playing?
And it's all because you didn't plan it out properly, you rushed it, you didn't take care and attention. I can tell you now, if I was sat in that room and this thing was suggested, I would have said, no! Why are we doing this? Who is this benefiting? Why is this fun? Why the hell would anybody be excited by this? Why are you giving it a crazy damage bonus? Didn't we say we weren't going to add more systems? Isn't there room in the conduit system for something like this? Can't we focus on...
Get rid of something you can get rid of. Get rid of the conduit system. Holy fuck, why the fuck is that in the game? It's the most garbage thing in the world. You have to farm individual condies, then upgrade them, and you can't even upgrade the one that you want, so it upgrades a random... Holy fuck, this game is bad.
Interesting. Can't we focus on making conduits and soulbinds more interesting? Because they're really boring. And you keep making us grind renown for it. So... all through BFA, I spent my time trying to get these changes implemented, which we kind of...
It's the most explosive...
Son of a bitch!
saw at the end of Battle for Azeroth, at the very, very tail end of the expansion, they finally started to relent on these things. But probably with 9.3 or whatever, they'll relent on some of this. Perhaps they'll take conduit energy away. But I can't in good conscience even consider spending the next 6 months of my time, however long it takes for 9.2, to moan about this game, because it just comes across that you don't care anyway. When I see changes like this, it's like, well, you don't care, so why the fuck should I care? Right? If you can't tune legendaries before a patch comes out, or domination shards, or the soulbinds, which are all completely out of whack, why the fuck should I care?
Oh,
why should I? I don't anymore. It's run out of me. You've killed my passion for this. You've absolutely killed it. I was presented with two options, which is either I spend the next 6 months bitching and moaning, which is somebody who just wants to make videos that, essentially, not for free, because we're supported by you guys financially. And we hope you continue to do that. But
yes, donate to the Miestro for a better life.
my channel was demonetized, and the rally of support was entirely because we wanted to keep pushing because we loved the game and we wanted to make these videos.
How was his channel demonetized?
We wanted to talk. I want to talk, sit here and nerd out with you about World of Warcraft endlessly. I want to do that because usually we're talking about great, fun stuff. Little fun builds we can do, classes that are more interesting than they seem to be, all that kind of stuff. And I'm passionate and care about doing those things.
I'm passionate about sexy biatches in the Cosplay Suite.
All of that has been taken away. All of it. And it's been done lazily. It's done haphazardly. And believe me, to the devs who may watch this, I appreciate how hard 9.1 has been. I've seen all your tweets that you had to do it entirely from home. I truly...
What do you mean how hard it was for 9.1? They did everything wrong. They didn't even make any changes. You got no new spells. There was no new content. They added 40 more levels to the Condi system, which was the worst system in the game. Dude.
I appreciate how hard you had to do it. But at the end of the day, I'm a customer. And when I'm served a half-cooked steak, I don't want to eat it still. I don't care. Like, it's not... I don't care is the wrong word. But I'm not overly... It's not my issue that it was hard to get the meat or the ovens broke or whatever it might be.
Oh, you have no trouble eating meat. Okay. Please.
And I still don't want to eat it. I understand that you worked hard on it. I really do. And I wish it wasn't this way. But it is this way. It's absolutely this way. And so for that reason, we can't do it. So I hope I can go endlessly, because it literally, as nearly everything in Shadowlands is the same. It's a missed opportunity, it's half developed.
Well, that's true.
It's the bare bones.
It's not half developed, it's
be,
the most retarded
it's just sad to
garbage
see so much
game of all time.
Potential going along with it.
But every single expansion since WoD was lost potential. Every single expansion since MoP. Kata was the last really good expansion besides WoD PvP.
I think the Shards of Domination one is a prime example. So what are you going to see from us then? Well, there's a few things I still want to do because I care about them, and I think they celebrate the player.
PJornhub?
And I think that's
I won't be watching them on there.
In our team meeting where we decided this, because obviously it's extremely scary times. Because, losing a lot of your audience.
His mic is floating in midair, man.
If you only care about World of Warcraft stuff, fine. If that's the only game you ever want to see videos on, okay. Drama time is going to stay because that's a celebration of the players and the silliness that goes on in being anonymous in video games. We even include other games in that already. So drama time is going to stay.